Are you going to support this 2-year agreement?
Don't know what it is yet. I certainly like what I hear. I like the notion of the caps, the military being funded, the domestic programs also being funded. There are other issues here in the House. The Senate has an agreement to take up the immigration issues and to vote on the floor. No such agreement in the House yet. We need that, and I think we can go forward and get this done.
We should note this will increase funding on opioid addiction programs, defense, infrastructure, disaster relief, extending the debt limit through March of 2019. All right, so House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi says that she's concerned about immigration. Do you think enough Democrats will support? You were one of the 17 Democrats who voted to advance this measure last night.
That's correct. I think it's going to pass ultimately. What we're looking for now is the same agreement at the leadership level in the House that exists in the Senate.
What does that mean?
Well, that means that there will come to the floor of the House, as it is in the Senate, a debate and a vote on an immigration bill. That would include DACA and quite possibly other immigration issues. I know this day I've had agricultural communities coming in, 4 meetings today, saying, where's the agricultural labor bill? So the different pieces here, we really need to deal with with that piece of it, as the Senate intends to do.
Some folks in the Republican Party are concerned about too much government spending. It's unknown right now whether or not House Freedom Caucus, for example, will get on board with this. But should even a dozen or so of them not get on board with this, your constituency, your block of Democrats in the House of Representatives is so crucial.
Sure.
What will you be doing in order to keep this government certainty for continuing so that there is this 2-year extension?
Well, we have a very easy compromise. All that needs to be done is to bring, apparently, the bill that we have forward and add to it the same thing that the Senate leadership has done, and that is bring to the floor of the Senate a debate and a bill on immigration. They do the same thing in the House. Deal done. Don't know exactly what those details would be. Probably DACA. Would it be a border security wall? All that to be determined. But we've never voted in the House of Representatives in all of this in the last decade on an immigration bill. And this is a festering problem across the nation. The other piece of it is all that we're talking about here, all of this spending creates a huge deficit. Well over $1.5 trillion, $1.5 trillion added to the existing deficit. This year, that deficit's going to be over $800 billion. I tell you, the deficit hawks disappeared in December when the tax bill came through. They're going to come back when the weather warms up, and they're going to come back with a vengeance. I suspect that may be the thing that will derail all of this.
Congressman, Senate Majority Leader McConnell saying that this is a rare moment of bipartisanship, but Senate Minority Leader Schumer couldn't help himself, says that President Trump really played little to no role in these negotiations at all. And from your perspective, who really is calling the shots on these types of agreements? Is it the White House or is it leadership?
It always goes back and forth. I will tell you this. The thing goes down, everybody will be looking for somebody else to blame.
Yeah.
If it happens, everybody will be claiming credit for it. The fact of the matter, it is our job to find a solution to keep government running, and I believe we will. I am curious, however, about what the president intends to do. I think he tweeted and said yesterday that that we ought to shut down government unless he gets his wall. At the moment, I don't see a wall in this deal, so I'm kind of curious what the president's view of this. Would he veto all this? I doubt it.
We're going to have to wait and see on that. Congressman, very quickly, in the less than 30 seconds we have left, North Korea opening games right now. How concerned are you with North Korea sending a delegation to the South Korea Olympics?
Any step to open negotiations between these two countries and the United States and the neighborhood is necessary and important.